Okay, YouTube. In this video, I'm going to replace the wheel bearings on the DR-650. When I bought this bike, the guy said it had new wheel bearings in it. I'm inclined to think that it's true. These wheel bearings on both sides of the wheel are in great shape. However, there's a bearing up inside this sprocket and it's destroyed. So I bought a bearing kit and I'm going to replace all three of them. After I replace the wheel bearings, I'm going to put the rear wheel back in the bike. I'm going to do some more shakedown miles on this bike before I replace the rear tire. So stick around and see how all that's done. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. First thing you got to do is get this seal out of here. It just pops out like that, no big deal. And then it looks like you just take this wheel bearing and bang it out. And the way I'm going to take it out is from the opposite side. I'll just put a socket down in there and then just bang it out. This aluminum hub sticks out further than the sprocket, so you want to have that on something solid. I'm going to put a little penetrant oil on this before I go banging it out to help ease it out. The other thing you could do is heat the hub with a torch, and I may end up doing that if I feel like I'm banging too hard. I have a socket down in there. Oh, and you can see that came right out with ease. So there it is out. And this bearing's definitely bad, no question about it. After cleaning it with a rag, I'll lightly take a piece of Scotch-Brite to the inside of this just to give it a little bit of a clean out. I'm not sure if the camera will pick this up, but you can hear that's bad. So you can see there, cleaned up nice with the Scotch-Brite, all ready for a new bearing and seal. Now to get the bearings out of the wheel. This bearing feels good and so does the other side. Over here on this side, I have to get the spacer out first. And now the seal. You can see the spring came out when I got the seal out. Plus it's a little rusty. Doesn't give me a good feeling that these wheel bearings were replaced recently. However, this bearing's in good shape. Get these out, I lay the rim on something solid. And I have this brass drift punch. Just stick it down in here. And it's kind of go back and forth. You can hear there kind of come up solid. Now I got to take it up off the cement. There it is out. Then you take the spacer out. Now you do the same thing for the other side, and I'll do that off camera. Now that I have the bearings out, I'll do the same thing. I'll get a little Scotch-Brite and clean this area up. When I go back in with the bearings, I'm going to heat this area with the torch a little bit just to help them slip in. I'm not really going to put much heat on it, just a little bit. There's the disc brake hub all cleaned up. And over here on the drive side, the bearing surface is all cleaned up there. I started to clean this up a little bit, but I'm going to take a little spray nine and clean all this up a lot better. So I got an all balls wheel bearing kit for this 2007 DR-650. Part number is 25-1256. I'm going to get my MAP gas torch, heat the hub up a little bit, and then drop the bearings in. Then I'll put the spacer in and do the same thing on the other side. So this kit comes with 3 bearings and 2 seals. The 2 bearings go in each side of the hub. This third bearing, which is bigger, goes into the sprocket hub. The bigger seal goes into the sprocket hub. The smaller seal goes into the wheel hub. You can always freeze these bearings also, and that'll help them drop in along with the heat. But it's not something you definitely need to do. So a few things you're going to need besides the torch to get this done is I always wear some gloves. Definitely going to need a hammer. You're going to need something to bang on the bearing. You want to make sure when you're putting this bearing in that you're pressing on the outside race and not the inside race. The outside race is what is going to have force up against the hub. And when you bang on the inside race, that damages both the outer race and the inner race because the balls are being hammered. And that destroys the bearing when you're doing that. So like I said, you want to find something that lines up with the outside of the race to put it in with. If you have a spacer, you want to make sure that it can go in from both sides. If it can't, then you need to put it in first before you put your bearing in on the side that it needs to go in. On this bike, it goes all the way through. Now I got to heat it up. I'll put the bearing in. You can see it dropped in pretty far already. And there it is. Barely took any effort, and you can hear when I'm hitting it, the pitch changes, and that's how you know you have it all the way down. So now I'll flip it over. Hopefully the bearing doesn't come out. I will double check it. I'll put the spacer in. Now I'll get a little heat on this side. Now I'll get this bearing lined up. It's already going down in. You can see I'm tapping on the outside race. And there it is. That bearing's in. Now I'll just double check the other side, make sure it didn't come out any. It doesn't look like it did. Once this cools down, I'll put the seal in. But with this seal, you can just press it in by hand. I will put a little bit of grease behind this, just so that if any water does get in, it kind of blocks it from going into the bearing. Also, it leaves less area for water to sit if it's full of grease. Next thing I'll do is put the sprocket hub bearing in. Pretty much the same procedure on the sprocket hub. I'm going to get a little heat with the torch. You don't want to go crazy with this. You don't want to concentrate the heat in one area because you don't want to crack it for one side expanding too fast. Alright, so that one went in real easy. And once it cools down, I'll put the bigger seal on this side. So again, I fill the seal up with grease. Then I just take a little extra grease and put it around the bearing like this. Now to have it greased up, you just take the seal, and generally these seals push in with just your thumbs, just like that. Of course, thing is take a rag and wipe off the extra. Now I'll put the seal in the sprocket hub. Again, I'll put some grease in here. Alright, now I have the seal greased and some grease down in the hub. I'll just slide it right on in. Like that. Simple as can be. Now to put the wheel back together with the spacers. The brake rotor side gets this short spacer and it just goes right in here. Like that. And it has a lip on it so it stays. You can see some grease kind of balled up in here. You just want to take and put that up in here, especially in your spacer. I always grease my axle, but I try to get some grease on the inside of the spacer too. Now with this wheel bearing, I will pack this with grease, but it doesn't get a seal. The seal on this side is done with the sprocket hub, so you don't have to put a seal here, but I will put grease in here just in case. Next thing it gets are these rubbers that go in, and they just sit down in here like this. You can see on the outer side of this spacer, it has a lip, and that lip gets pressed down into your seal like that, and you just give it a little turn, and then that lip that's on there holds it in the seal. Last thing you have is this spacer. The little side of the spacer sets inside this bearing, and then the big side goes up against the bearing in the hub. But before I do that, I'm going to put a little grease on it. Then I just take it and push it in like that, and then this hub goes on the wheel. It goes on like that, and now I can reinstall it on the rear of the bike. Thanks for watching Rap's Garage Shop. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and check out my next video. See ya.